Sarlaccs were infamously known for being used by crime lords to execute and torture their enemies, by having the massive creatures eat them alive and digest them for thousands of years. While most of them remained in contained pits that acted as their nests, there was one case where a Sarlacc was let loose within the underworld levels of Coruscant, and caused lethal havoc to all the beings living there. It was during the period when Ventress was bounty hunting. She was hired by one of Coruscant's underworld crime lords to figure out what was causing the mysterious disappearance of his numerous goons. In one case, one of his men was being chased by an underworld police officer before being quickly grabbed to his death by the Sarlacc's tentacles, in which case the officer was soon taken as well, leaving nothing behind but his mask and a comlink as evidence of his disappearance. During her investigation at the site of the last known disappearance, she was ambushed by Coruscant Underworld's many creatures. As she was fighting them off, she noticed that a few of them were being grabbed by tentacles from a dark place. When she focused her attention on the hidden foe, she was sprayed by spores that burned her senses and nearly blinded her. Despite being hindered, she continued her attack and was able to cut down multiple tentacles with her lightsaber before finally being shot from behind with a stun blaster, only seeing her attacker briefly before entering unconsciousness. When she regained consciousness, she recognized the man who had shot her was one of the crime lord's adopted sons. She was able to track him down to his residence, where she discovered the son was treating the escaped Sarlacc as his own pet. Although the crime lord's son attempted to defend his pet from the bounty hunter, his actions were futile as his blaster was simply cut down by her. Before Ventress was able to finish her job and kill the Sarlacc, the son jumped in her way in an attempt to defend his pet. But this time his actions resulted in his own death, as his own pet ended up eating him alive. Following that, Ventress was able to kill the contained Sarlacc and believed that her job was over. But she quickly realized that there were many more of them across the city she was in. Apparently, the first Sarlacc had laid eggs across the sewers, which explained the spores it was emitting when she originally discovered it. As a result, there were dozens more baby Sarlaccs causing havoc across the city, and they were feasting on everything that moved in their way. One attacked a loth cat in an alleyway, others made their ways into sewers and appeared in residents' toilets and bathtubs. Another appeared on civilian trains, and one even crashed a party. Still wishing to complete her job and collect her money, Ventress went out of her way to exterminate all of these remaining Sarlaccs across the underworld of Coruscant. She did this by luring them all to her and having them chase her to her ship. Once inside, she trapped them all in the cargo department and flew the ship high into the sky before jumping out and detonating the self-destruct button, causing all the Sarlaccs to be destroyed. When she returned to the crime boss that originally employed her for the job, she was met with a stubborn employer who refused to pay up over what had happened to his stepson. But Ventress saw this coming and as such left one baby Sarlacc just for this occasion, allowing the creature to eat the man up for his dishonor in making do with his payment. And with that, Ventress left with her pockets empty, but left knowing she saved an entire district of Coruscant from the fate of being tormented by wild Sarlaccs.